Hit him with it.
Spare a little change for your friends in need with a like, comment, share, and
Golden
download.
Debate Show.
GoldenDebateShow.com, the Golden Debate Show. Let debate begin.
Call Council.
Chucho
Tortellini.
Shine the gold on them vampires.
Hit him with it.
Golden Show.
Uh-oh. Hi, everybody.
Let's get our MC spirit on and our golden knowledge.
Yes. I feel the follicles in my brain pulsating.
From your brain DNA just expanding and growing.
Yes.
This shit may not hurt your head. If any of this at any time gets too real for ya and you want your regular reality plastic bubblegum fucking pop. Sell out shit, the fuckery, just close your eyes at any time and change the channel, but if you want the real shit, you've come to the real spot.
Yes.
Golden Debate Show.
Golden Debate Show.
We've strummered and slammered and puttered like the president all through that, so let's let our man get 2 minute news.
The numbers of deaths from Egypt's move to forcibly remove protesters are varying widely this morning, with state-run media saying that at least 15 people have been killed, including 2 police officers, and over 200 people have been arrested as security forces moved into camps early Wednesday. Muslim Brotherhood officials are saying that more than 200 citizens have been killed, as some media appears to show snipers on rooftops shooting into the crowds, security forces abusing protesters, and riot vehicles ramming through tents in crowded areas. Black smoke from burnt structures within the camps could be seen rising across the city as Egyptian officials continue to shut down power and block city transit, including railways, in a desperate bid to keep the protesters from moving to other cities. An Indian Navy submarine with an estimated 18 naval personnel still on board caught fire after an unexplained explosion early Wednesday sank the ship in its home port of Mumbai. Military officials are saying that the explosion was most likely an accident, but they cannot rule out terrorism or sabotage.
Hello, everybody.
At this time. A plan that would allow UN investigators into
to the climate
when chemical weapons have been used within the country has been delayed due to security concerns, with officials saying that Syria has not guaranteed the safety of the team once inside. Residents of a town in Nigeria are demanding that the government supply them with weapons to defend themselves after masked gunmen believed to be part of the Islamic jihadist militant group that Boko Haram
Get that mac and cheese. Everybody deserves their mac and cheese.
In news, the CDC has altered its guidelines for clinical testing of the coronavirus, now suggesting that doctors test patients even if their symptoms can be explained by another illness.
Everybody's going to have that swine.
Cases during the Muslim gatherings of Ramadan. 2 children in Cambodia have been sickened by the
Cambodian breast smoke from the Bronx.
Their mac and cheese.
GoldenDebateShow, the Golden Debate Show. I like to start things off with this gentleman because he breaks down all the news of the week in 2 minutes. You can check out his YouTube 2 minute news. But then I like to start it off a little lighthearted, you know, and then we get it in.
The United Nations is investigating a seized cargo ship
in Washington, D.C., and also at the Penis Museum.
Tone a compilation of big media type news anchors messing up. Kind of like we do here, but they're paid the big bucks.
Yep.
They're supposed to be the truth.
Nah.
I said Crippy and Tone's gonna fight
The robots and the drones. Yeah.
It's a serious problem, Martin. It's tackling something that is going to start to go out of the game.
Well, we hope not.
Oh! Well, that was. I think that was on the Leeds players.
Yeah.
And are you all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just about. Yeah.
We were talking about.
God! Down there in one of those catacombs. There's other guys that they look like. I don't know. This don't make no sense, everybody.
Oh my goodness. That was ridiculous. King of the Kubasa, so go to pickadick.com.
Go to one of my.com and like, comment, share, and download. Yeah, what?
Congratulations on your big Hooters.
Hooters win. Mine's in the gutter. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but.
Hit him with it.
That ain't your job.
Stop with the teleprompter.
Exactly. Sometimes the teleprompters can tell you saying the wrong things.
Sound more likely to give her a curb job than a blow job or blow.
What? I am looking for you. So I think I had enough fun. This next one is kind of fun too, so I'll let it kind of blend in. It's from your boy Alex Jones, but this is his little English mate that he has, his little partner there. Now, people catch this kid a lot with reptile eyes, but that's something on the side note. But this right here is from
Final story
60s national anthem type ad.
National anthem video says
you can hear
obey
it for
government.
yourself. It's
a
kind of
creepy
crazy.
1960s national anthem video features subliminal messages encouraging the viewers to obey, consume, and trust
Then we're going to get in with some real vampire shit
like
that they're really fucking with us.
Straight out of
the
1988 science fiction film They Live. But is it genuine or is it a hoax?
Did you see the letters change at the bottom? Let's watch it again in even slower frame-by-frame motion.
Now, if you've seen the movie They Lived, you could go see it. It kind of looks just like the thing that they had off of the movie.
Yeah.
Now, what you can't see is on the lettering, it kind of says, it's the words flash up kind of karaoke style, but it says, you will obey the leader, and it doesn't say the words of the national anthem. So
This video was shown
signing
off of
I don't believe in this one, but they do it, and that's what this misses a lot of the propaganda. Like I tell you what, Alex Jones or any of them people, man,
yeah,
puts out information there, and it's fear-mongerish, and it makes you just stop and think that it's the truth.
No.
Or it's so crazy that everything else is just out of,
was going on in the United States. They were
They
carrying
ain't
it
shining
out
that
on
golden
the American
light.
people.
Word.
Straight
So this
thought.
next clip is about Nikola Tesla's company, Tesla Inc., and the owner now of that is the CEO is Elon Musk. Now this guy has invented some stuff that's worked, and he's invented some stuff that has not worked. But now he wants to make a hyperloop. Once would be kind of like, you know, when you go to the bank and you throw the little canister in and it sends it to the banker real super fast. It's that concept with the people are going to be in it, dude. I'm not sure the human body can go that fast.
That's that Futurama shit right there.
Exactly. Exactly. So let's listen to this, and then we're going to get into some more clips. Golden Debate Show.
Document outlining his plans. If you're not familiar with Musk, he's been involved or come up with PayPal, Tesla electronic cars, the SpaceX program, which came up with the world's first reusable rockets, and designed the Falcon rocket system for NASA. He's invested heavily in solar energy. Basically, he's had more good ideas than I've had hot dinners. And his plans for Hyperloop would involve linking two urban areas, probably no more than 1,500 kilometers apart, with a low-pressure pneumatic tube-type system, sending pods carrying people from town to town at close to sonic velocity.
That ain't God.
Now,
I ain't getting in one of them shits.
Hypertubes.
Los Angeles to San Francisco, because going much further than that, he says, would become economically
Like, you ain't gonna get no
unviable.
fucking burn from fucking sliding through that shit, going that fast.
No, you're in a tube, but when that tube, you ain't stopping it, dude, you're gonna get squashed like a can when that shit hits the wall.
Oh, just the G, you know what I'm saying? Think about the G-forces.
He's talking about
I'm not sure. There's some mechanics he hasn't totally worked
plans
out.
released
And as a
previously
cop-out,
by Rand
he's made it an
Corporation and
open
ET3
source
that would be
document,
even
so
quicker
he's
than
not
these ones,
really
using
thinking about building this as much as he wants another rich guy to kind of jump in and help him so they can build it together and he can help work out some of his
on a
flaws.
huge tube network would stop it working. But Musk reckons he has a solution to that, which is a low-pressure system instead of a total vacuum. That could cope with small leaks, but it would introduce another problem, the Cantovitz limit.
Tell him where to go, tell him. Because Tesla was a great inventor and a great man, but is Elon Musk run up?
Begins pushing the air in the system instead of letting it flow past. A bit like a pressure buildup.
This is early morning, Bob.
So the Cantovitz limit means that you have to either
Alright, so these next clips are some real-life important things that are happening. So, Dr. Sunjay Gupta, I can't pronounce the guy's name, but he's one of these big-type doctors like a Dr. Oz, and he was very, very against medical marijuana and marijuana of any kind, but now he kind of switched up his style a little something.
The vast majority of them, greater than 90% of them, are designed to look at harm. the problems, the perils of marijuana, and about 6% or so to look at
and
the
again,
benefits. That's
I'm
what
honest. I partake a little bit in rolling tide,
and
I think we do maybe a little too much. But there's medical things that this thing cures that these people are not talking about and that they're hiding, and that's just dead wrong. These man-made pills will kill you, dude.
Yep. They fix one problem and give you plenty of more.
Probably too easily dismiss them as just being malingerers who were trying to get high. And when you come to find out these are legitimate patients for whom marijuana works and nothing else did, all of a sudden, the attitudes start to change, because then it becomes a question of responsibility. We got to, providing actual care for people.
And you say we were systematically misled.
I think we have been. In this country up until 1943, marijuana was on the pharmacopoeia, which is what doctors use to prescribe medicines. For the last 70 years, it's been progressively sort of demonized, thought of differently, made a Schedule I drug, which puts it in the same category as the most dangerous substances in the country. And I think that, there was a lot of things going on in the late 30s and early 40s that may have led to that. But I think the end product, to your question, is that we simply haven't gotten accurate information about this.
We simply haven't gotten accurate.
And that needs to be injected into this conversation.
I don't have my science thing. So this next clip,
I know you did a lot of research for this documentary that will air this weekend. Concrete scientific evidence that medical marijuana works better at treating certain medical conditions than pharmaceutical drugs.
I believe there is. And I've seen examples of it. First of all, I've seen the studies. So this isn't just anecdotal information, anecdotal knowledge anymore. There are studies to back this up. But I think I'll give you a couple of quick examples with regard to something known as neuropathic pain, neuropathy. That can be that sort of pins and needles sort of feeling, burning, lancinating, as my patients have described it, feeling in your limbs. It can be very hard to treat. And the way that we often treat it now in this country is to use medications like narcotics, poppy derivatives such as morphine, Dilaudid, OxyContin. We know that marijuana can actually have a significant benefit towards treating this sort of pain.
I'm good with that.
Sometimes it can work. Not only work, but it can work when those other medications didn't work. And there's something else that I think makes this very, very relevant, Wolf, and that is when you talk about these narcotic pills, someone dies of an accidental overdose in this country every 19 minutes from taking these prescription-type pills. When we did our research, we could not find any evidence of a death from marijuana overdose. So you have a drug that works, you have a drug that may work better than what else is out there, and you have a drug
so
that
we'll get into the first song of the day. It's actually one of my new songs, so let's do it up.
Hit with it.
Science. Science.
Some fold, I can't be around John GBS, Empire Time. Fuck these vampires.
This is the Golden Show, live with Carl Calzone and Two-Tone Tortellini.
Good morning, my dad, yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Hit him with it.
Down there, one of those catacombs. There's other guys, and it looks like, I don't know. This don't make no sense to everybody.
Yeah, go pressure. Hip bust your pipes and they crack it right like the fucking pipes when it's freezing in the winter. Y'all enter, can't win. Losers, yo, I'm off the track.
Get that mac and cheese. Everybody deserves their mac and cheese.
Pressure bust open your head, yo. 4 bars, spit a flow, yo. They get it back, yo. This shit is like the earth when it take your oxygen. Before you breathe off the floor, then it take your spit again. You can't fucking live without it. And that's the pressure. Some lose and some pick themselves up. Yes, they. I don't even know. Can't think
down there, one of those catacombs. There's other guys, and they look like, I don't know. This don't make no sense to everybody.
So much room like Montana.
And so in light of the changed environment where a whole set of questions have been raised, some in the most sensationalized manner possible, where these leaks are released drip by drip, one a week, to get
GoldenDebateShow.
And see if they can catch us at some imprecision on something. In light of that, it makes sense for us to go ahead, lay out what exactly we're doing, have a discussion with Congress, have a discussion with industry, which is also impacted by this, have a discussion with civil libertarians,
so
and
this clip
see.
Is what it is, but the next clip is
better?
during the Nixon campaign, the Nixon era, excuse me.
Uh-oh.
And there's these group of musicians that are performing for him, and you can't get away with this shit now. No, dude, they come out and they start blasting that motherfucker in the government. And I just want to ask, where's our artists that, we do what we do, and people don't really respect it for it, I don't feel, They gotta give Jigga 100,000 hits when that motherfucker's garbage, and he fucks around with Obama.
And if the music is square, it's because I like it square.
Sure you can mix, you little bisexual motherfucker, you little fuck ass. Sure you like to swear, fucker. Same thing today. Now the artists don't, they're down with this corporate shit.
President Nixon, stop bombing human beings, animals, and vegetation. You go to church on Sundays and pray to Jesus Christ. If Jesus Christ were here tonight, you would not dare drop another bomb. Bless the Berrigans and bless
This is an artist
Daniel
coming out
Ellsberg.
blasting somebody at a concert, dude. Like the president. At a concert. How many people would do that nowadays? No one.
Shut it down.
So this next clip is about
Russia and the U.S. are
pretty
sending
much
rather
how we're
contradictory
escalating the Cold
signals
War
about their relationship.
Part 2.
There's no sign of Cold War thinking, according to Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, who's with the Russian defense chief meeting their U.S. counterparts. President Obama, though, says relations need to be paused and reassessed. It's all in the wake of Obama's cancelling his summit with Vladimir Putin after Moscow granted Edward Snowden temporary asylum. Here's our Washington correspondent, Diana Chichikan.
Yo, Putin,
Remember the
bro,
meeting
can't
between
afford that ring
Washington
back,
U.S.
yo.
officials at the State Department
Time
comes
town.
days after President Obama canceled the bilateral summit with the Russian president in September. More and more often we hear about a new Cold War between Moscow and Washington. So everyone was listening very closely to what officials on both sides were saying. And we heard two different messages coming from President Obama and Foreign Minister Lavrov.
I remember very well what he said when we were saying goodbye. He said, well, I believe that we can make a difference in the Russian-American relations. Let's act as adults. And that's what we are trying to do. Because if small incidents become an impediment to everything else, I think it would be a very wrong politics and very wrong policy.
President Obama, in the meantime, did the opposite. He has basically hyped up the Cold War talk.
When President Putin, who was prime minister when Medvedev was president, came back into power, I think we saw more rhetoric on the Russian side that was anti-American, that played into some of the old stereotypes about the Cold War contest between the United States and Russia. And I've encouraged Mr. Putin to think forward as opposed to backwards on those issues, with mixed success.
President Obama also said, in light of all the disagreements with Russia, mentioning Syria and Snowden, it's time to make a pause and to recalibrate the tone of the talks at the State
Mr. Snowden's been
Department.
charged with 3 felonies. If, in fact, he believes that what he did was right, then, like every American citizen, he can come here, appear before the court with a lawyer, and make his case. If the concern was that somehow this was the only way to get this information out to the public, I signed an executive order well before Mr. Snowden leaked this information.
Not for that, man. I give credit where credit's due. I would say he's a smooth talker. This motherfucker's been everything accorded to him. This executive order was signed with Bush.
So there were other avenues available for somebody whose conscience was stirred and thought that they needed to question government action. We've tried to set up a system that is as fail-safe as, so far at least, we've been able to think of, to make sure that these programs are not abused.
This don't make no sense, everybody.
People may have better ideas. And people may want to jigger slightly sort of the balance between
what exactly is that?
The information that we can
get
what's
my motherfucking name?
The incremental encroachments on privacy that, if haven't already taken place, might take place in a future administration. Or as technologies those abuses would be against the law and would be against the orders of the FISC. Having said that, though, if you are outside of the intelligence community, if you are the ordinary person and you start seeing a bunch of headlines saying, U.S., Big Brother, looking down on you, collecting telephone records, etc.
See you.
Well, understandably, people would be concerned. I would be too if I wasn't.
He wasn't getting
Don Chinchilla in his rap game. If I wasn't the presidente.
I want to tell everybody. I want to tell everybody here the truth. And you know, look, I know that you know the politics for Obama aren't always great in Tennessee. I understand that. You know, but I want everybody to just hear the honest truth. I've run my last campaign, so I don't need to spin.
And here's the petition to help get the illegals out of jails and prisons and support Obama. They deserve a second chance. You know, murderers, burglars, rapists, they all deserve. Sign there too, please. Birth date and a sign. These rapists, murderers, and burglars.
Now
they
he's
all
just
deserve
doing a
a
man
second
on the street
chance.
gig where he goes
And I'm sure they are hard workers too.
I never signed no motherfucker, but that shit's like a hit list for your life or something, dude. I never signed motherfucking
Boycott!
I just usually say, like, if they're like, what do you feel about drugs
dumping a lot of Russian vodka in front of San Francisco
Thank you.
City Hall today, and they want all of you to know that you should be boycotting Russian products, they say. Why? Because of new Russian laws that are anti-gay, including one that makes it illegal to talk to children about homosexuality. These protesters took aim at Stoli, but there's a twist here. The vodka company issued a letter last month emphasizing the brand doesn't follow the Russian laws, and it has even sponsored gay events for years.
But that's really what it is. It's not. They're not really going ham on the gays like they want to say they are, dude. This is some.
I'm still gonna buy my vodka if I would need to.
Yeah. So let's get into the second song.
I've been dealing with hate since 1998. I punished the industry by dominating mixtapes. None of y'all can stop the onslaught of those bars. Rainfall and fireballs fell from the stars. The speech pad in the guard. I ripped off beat rappers' jaws. Whoever ignored lyrical law. Hip-hop didn't understand it at all. They couldn't manage my thoughts, so I retreated to the land of the lost. Don't talk about beats, talk about balls.
Shut up already, it's just science.
Give a fuck if I sell one unit, cause that was never the motivation for me to do this. Stupid, I already proved it. Now I must prepare for my posthumous interview with the vampire druids that are coming to relieve me of my fluids. Believe me, I'm the truest, that's why they can't stop my music.
The coming cashless slave society. Obviously, the government lied to me. The Illuminati's kidnap of hip-hop is plain to see. Dead or alive, you heard it from the Can-I Be.
I will not forsake the light. You cannot force me to fight. I will always pay the ultimate price. Whether I am wrong or whether I am right, I've been a martyr all of my life. My archetype talks to the mic. I eat MCs on behalf of Iron Mike. I'm a fireball in the night, an extraterrestrial airstrike. Call me on Skype tonight. We can talk if you like. I denounce fear like Stephen Greer and his wife. Subject matter sounds barely connected. Even when
so we're gonna play a quick little game here, Tony. Both of these are no doubt some old white keep-me-down motherfuckers, yo, talking some vampire shit. Okay. But which one is the actual vampire? Which one is the elite? Okay?
Vampire. It's these opportunities that I want to highlight this morning, along with some of the education reform lessons that we're learning here every day in the U.S. In the digital age, we have game-changing technologies that can help teachers to personalize learning.
That was elite one, vampire. Which one's the real vampire?
Is this on? Can you hear me?
Oh, the level's good.
So I'd like to welcome everyone to Brookings. My name is Lycanup. I'm a trustee.
Can you tell?
And we're very honored to have Ambassador Froman with us today. Ambassador Froman just assumed the role of U.S. Trade Representative in June, and before that he served in the White House as the assistant to the president.
I'm going to go with numero dos.
And the deputy
well, they're both vampires. Is the funny part. They are both elite, but number two is an English Parliament aristocrat vampire. So it's pretty
science.
It's pretty apparent if you really listen to it. You can't tell the difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're all ranked in levels.
I can't trust anything. I mean, all these political I call DC Hollywood for ugly people. You can't ever tell what these people really think. But I wanted to go to the
Golden Show, Golden Debate Shows, Early Morning Mario.
A stranger taking a shortcut through the backyard next door might have broken into your neighbor's home. Report him. Report him.
A strange car parked illegally might be loaded with stolen goods waiting to make a getaway. Report it. Report it.
That loud fight next door might be the start of a violent crime. Report it. Report
if you see a prowler at night, don't frighten him away by turning on a light. Report him.
Remember, by helping us apprehend a criminal, you make sure that you're not his next victim. I guess you can sum it up in 2 words.
What's that?
Get involved. Get involved.
Emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge. At the siren, all emergency services will be suspended for 12 hours. Your government thanks you for your participation.
Peace, everybody! Like, comment, share, download. We are out of here.
And because of the
Golden Debate Show.
This radio station will remain on the air day and night. This station and hundreds of other radio and TV stations throughout this part of the country are pooling their resources through an emergency network hookup to keep you
informed. We are out of here, folks. We'll hit you at the end of the show clip.
Come.
He's here. Thanks for listening to The Golden Show. All thoughts and opinions are solely that of the host, guests, and sources, and is only to keep free thought alive. Golden Show. EarlyMorningMob.com.
Yeah, I get what you talking about. 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 All that talking like this.
Are you certain of your sensory? Definitely a space vessel of some kind. Origin? Unknown. It could hardly be an Earth ship. There have been no flights into the sector for years.
Okay. I'm picking up a signal, sir. Captain, that's the old Morse code call signal.
Thank you. We're reading it, Lieutenant. I thought you said it couldn't possibly be an Earth vessel.
So there's been a huge amount of discussion about the NSA spying scandal. You can't have missed it. But the conversation has been focused on Edward Snowden and the NSA. But Edward Snowden didn't actually work for the National Security Agency. He worked for a company called Booz Allen Hamilton, a large private American technology firm. So how can these leaks, which have exposed NSA wrongdoing, come from an employee of a private company? Well, when we started to look into it, we realized it's a pretty interesting story. So let's start first with the company themselves. It's been estimated that 99% of their income comes from government contracts. In 2012, they had a revenue of $5.86 billion, but 23% of their contracts come from America's intelligence community, which is made up of 17 different intelligence departments. You could say that Booz Allen Hamilton are specialists in winning government intelligence contracts. So how do they do that? Well, again, that's an interesting story. We'll start with this guy, Mike McConnell. Between 1992 and 1996, Mike McConnell was the director of the National Security Agency. So when Mike McConnell retired from the NSA, he was offered a job at, you guessed it, Booz Allen Hamilton. He brought with him all of his government contacts, and he was soon promoted to senior vice president of his new company. Well, Mike McConnell left Booz Allen Hamilton in 2007
the ground
because
for a shift
towards
George Bush, who was
pro-legalization
president
sentiments.
at
Let
the
me just
time,
list two
named
of the
him as
major
the director
perceptual
of national
shifts.
intelligence.
First of all, marijuana is no longer considered
The
worse.
director
Marijuana ain't so bad, man.
The
Thanks,
demand
Golden Universe. Golden Debate.
Hit him with it.
Against
Second,
the very
perhaps
same
even
community
Stay golden.
there has been a
specialize
sharp
in
decline
servicing
in the